Cumulus Media Station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Ryan Show with producer Eric, Special K, and Sam.
All right, we are now in the window for KRBE's Secret Sound. It is worth $1,768.
Yeah, this has stumped a lot of people. So if you're a KRBE insider, go to krbe.com to become one of those. And you're going to get the times emailed to you, the 5 times today between 7 and 7 that we're going to play the game. Also, make sure you follow Instagram and Facebook. We have been known in the past when it gets a little dicey to give out a hint on what this is. And this is the biggest jackpot by far. Here is the secret sound. One more time. Man, and it's not a deck of cards. People get, is that the deck of cards flipping? Like in Vegas?
Do you have the full
No,
list?
It's not. Can we go through all the wrong guesses real quick?
Yeah.
Let's go through the wrong guesses. There's a big list now. Let's go.
It is not. A lighter when you flick it, can opening, highlighter marking paper, cell phone, Velcro, smacking teeth, Eric blowing out birthday candles, typewriter, deck of cards, striking a match, ripping tape, squeezing out shaving cream, trick hand buzzer, ripping Band-Aid off, fingernail file, a children's wind-up toy.
Those are all really valid guesses,
None
but
of those things.
not the right one.
Nope. Secret sound. What's KRBE's secret sound? Hopefully we find out today.
104.1 KRBE.
Did you know the 3-digit extension is a... All right,
let's hit it. Now time for Roula and Ryan's prank call.
All right, what's this all about, Kevin?
Let me get Luis on the phone to tell us about who we're pranking today in Deer Park.
Hey, what's up, Roula and Ryan? I want to get Richie pranked. He just bought a new house, and he's usually on top of things, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to prank him about the mineral rights.
And one other thing about him you wrote to me was that he does not think my prank calls are legit.
Correct, yeah.
Well, let's make him a believer. Thanks for the setup.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So
he said
This
Richie.
is awesome.
yeah.
It's awesome that you're about to prank someone who doesn't believe that you really prank people. By the way, how did Luis get a hold of Special K? krbe.com/prank call requests. You can do it too.
Yes, we just got a new form on there, krbe.com/prank call request. Thank you, Roula. We're going to do a prank here about the mineral rights, meaning when you buy a home or a property, a lot of times the mineral rights belong to someone else, meaning if there's oil underneath your
it
property.
happens all the time.
So you should negotiate that. Say, well, if there's anything found in this soil, I want
It doesn't work that way. My mom had a property in Brenham, and somebody already had the mineral rights, and they were drilling right next to her property.
That would suck.
Now, today's mineral is not necessarily oil. If you know it, you know it, but it is fake. It is a completely fake mineral. Let's see who makes an appearance here. Sam gets a mention, and so does Chase Energy.
Oh, God.
Oh, my gosh.
Hello?
Good morning, sir. It's Beauregard Troubadour from the Texas Railroad Commission. I'm calling from Mr. In regards to a new purchase of a property in Deer Park.
Yes, yeah.
I'm calling in regards to the mineral rights to Lane.
Okay.
The previous owner has granted a 40-year lease to Chase Energy, a conglomerate of Monster Energy, and just wanted to get with you in regards to that agreement.
I mean, as far as I know, that's the previous owner, so...
Yes, sir. Well, we wanted to come plan a time to come survey for the rig since he has granted us the mineral rights to your property.
Okay. You said you're with who?
I'm with Chase Energy. So what the previous owner has done here, according to the paperwork, is he has sold off a lease to the mineral rights below your property. So were you aware there's minerals below your property?
Yes. You know what?
So we found the dilithium crystal deposits beneath the living room alongside the oil. We could come down there and discuss with you where we would set up the rig, whether it be in the front yard.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
No, but sir, the previous owner agreed that he could put a rig in the front yard. It's not big.
Okay, well, I mean, the previous owner's dead now, so...
Oh, sure. I'm so sorry. I hope you weren't related to him.
No.
Okay. Well, here, what if, when we come by, we could just check out the property, and I believe just looking at it here from the street, we could come down with the drill from the side. We just got to take out that old oak tree in the front yard.
Oh, beautiful.
Huh.
Yeah, that's... No, let me talk to my lawyer about this.
Okay, I totally understand that. But what if we gave you a few dilithium crystals that we came across there as compensation for the 6-month drill?
No.
Have y'all found any crystals on the earth?
No, just a lot of dirt.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like crystal methamphetamines. I'm talking about like actual dilithium crystals, oil deposits.
What is that?
No, we haven't.
Okay, and because I know that the crystal meth is prevalent in Deer Park, and we have want nothing to do with that. Now, do you know how to operate a rig, an oil rig, a dilithium rig?
No.
Okay, because someone has to be there 24/7 to run this rig in your front yard, and I could assign someone to do that if you'd like.
Yeah, but I'm not interested in any kind of rig on my property.
Okay, what about I have a cohort here. Her name is Sam. She's going to want to bring her dog if you come and accommodate a dog.
No, don't like dogs.
Okay, so are you saying, sir, that we cannot have access to the dilithium crystals beneath your house?
No. Yes.
Okay, are you home now?
What?
Maybe we could sort this out man to man.
No, not right now.
Whoa.
No, sir, you're not home. How big of a fella are you?
6'5", 400 pounds.
Sounds menacing. All right. I'll bring some cohorts with me because, sir, we got to work this out. You know, you got to let us on the property. You got to let us drill and dig.
Okay, then. How about this? Let me take your number down and your information, then I'll let my lawyer talk to you about that.
I'll send over my attorney as well. His name is Luis.
That's good.
Do you know Luis?
Yeah.
Okay, Luis has reached out to me. My name is Special K. I'm from KRBE, the Roula and Ryan Show.
Oh, God.
I know. He said that you thought that my prank calls were bullcrap.
Yeah. No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Listen. We're just messing with you. There's no oil rig coming to your property.
Okay, well, yeah, you got me scared over there for a little bit.
I love it. That's what I was hoping. Could you imagine an oil rig sitting in front of your house for 6 months?
Yeah. That was in 24 hours. No.
Okay, Luis said congratulations on the new crib. He knows that you've been waiting to get this done.
Yeah, you got me.
Yes! That's awesome. Richie, do you have a message that I can share with Luis for doing this to you?
I'm going to get him back.
Can you say Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan Show?
Special K pranked me on the Roula and Ryan Show.
And see how that happens.
Okay, so
That's
Roula,
how that happens.
if you know, you know. Dilithium crystals are from the Star Trek universe. They are the crystals that power the warp drive on the USS Enterprise.
Dilithium crystal.
I think I would've said-
Nerd.
I never said I don't believe you. I just didn't think they're funny. What if he said that? Oh, I'm going over there. I'm gonna dig in your house.
Ow.
The Trekkies
tell
were
you're
getting an
scared,
extra
though.
tickle out of that.
Because some guys will either fight you, but this guy, you can tell he was kind of scared. The way his voice, because he sounds like your character when you did that.
Which
Don't know
one?
anybody dead lawyers. You just did a few minutes ago.
Why are you asking questions about dead lawyers?
He had that whispering voice. I'm like, why is he
He's like,
whispering?
Well, he
Yeah,
didn't want a confrontation. Some people
I
are
don't want you to.
confrontational. I wouldn't like the fact that somebody's telling me they're going to come over and kick my ass.
24/7, there's going to be somebody digging with something in your front yard. No.
They don't put the rig in your front yard. What they do is
misty.
they put it like adjacent to the property and they drill diagonally. That's how they get the minerals.
Remember that
underneath.
happened at Bayside High? They had
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they did. They
Bayside
got oil-
High. Is that Beverly Hills 90210?
Saved by the Bell.
That's
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah,
Okay.
Saved by the Bell.
They're drilling for oil underneath.
And the school was all happy, but then they got a duck and it was covered with oil. Then Zach realized
Oh, yeah.
this is not right.
I don't remember that episode. Isn't that crazy?
And then they used Dawn to clean that down.
Oh, yes, they did. Okay, so krbe.com/prank call requests. If you would like to prank somebody in your life, Special K is on the case. Now, coming up next, people go to our website to get in touch with Eric so they can find some closure. Maybe somebody has disappeared out of your life, whether it was a romantic connection, a family connection, a friend connection. You cannot get in touch with them. Let us do it for you. Closure's next.
I understand Eric gave us some notes that this involves a ghosting.
Yep, not a ghost.
Not a ghost.
Kevin was excited. He can't read my handwriting.
Yeah. If I say aliens or ghosts, he's going to get all excited.
Yep.
From Star Trek to aliens. Oh,
No.
wow.
Kevin's birthday?
No, I know. Is it his birthday? We'll be back with Closure next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
No, they were in your life.
Closure.
They disappeared from your life. I don't know anything about this other than the fact that Eric gave me the nod that possibly parental discretion is advised.
Well, I mean, Ryan, we've learned a lot from Eric over the years. I don't care if he says it's not advised.
Just to be
it's
safe.
advised. Because sometimes Eric gets a little relaxed in some of the details.
He has a moral relaxation.
You know this is okay?
Oh, earmuffs.
All right, krbe.com is where you're going to go if you have lost track of someone or lost touch of someone or somebody's just avoiding you completely and you just have to know. So Eddie is standing by. Let's get his story. Good morning, Eddie.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey, Eddie, we're doing great. So who is it you're trying to get closure from this morning?
This amazing lady named Erin. Met her on a dating app. So we had a few dates together. We ended up sleeping together and spent the night.
How were things when you guys woke up together?
It was great. Did breakfast, said goodbye, and everything was good. And then I didn't hear from her for a few days. I mean, she answered a couple little one-word texts here and there from me. Almost a couple weeks went by, and eventually she started kind of answering my text again. And, I was like, okay, maybe some kind of family stuff's going on. I didn't know what the deal was. And long story short, we ended up getting together and going on another date and ended up spending the night over there again.
Hold on. Roll this back, Eddie. You're telling me that she mostly ghosted you for a couple of weeks. And then she puts you back into the rotation and y'all slept together again?
Yeah.
Eddie, after that second time, was there conversation in the morning? I mean, when did she disappear?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously I saw her in the morning and did a breakfast thing. Everything seemed cool. And then this time, full-fledged ghosting, nothing, period. I haven't heard anything since.
Well, Eddie, what was the explanation the first time? I mean, obviously for you guys to come back together again, did you acknowledge that she had pretty much ghosted you the first time? Like, how did she explain her way to that one?
I did, but I mean, she was telling me the stuff at work was going on, and it was, it was a very busy time for her, even when we met. So I gave her the benefit of the doubt there. But this time, still haven't even heard from her. So it's like just nothing. And everything went great, and we had a great time.
Or did it go great? Because think about it. Maybe she sampled the goods the first time. Oh, I don't know about this. And she thought, I'll give him a second chance.
Everything felt right.
I just feel like girls when they're done, they're done. So obviously there was something going on that she wanted
Which
to have
night was
back.
better? The first time you hung out?
Eric wants to know which was the better sex.
I'm just trying to be classy.
The reason that's a good question, Eddie, is because
I said it.
The first time y'all decided to get physical, that was like the natural progression of like, hey, I want to go through this, right? But then she kind of ghosted you. So then what was the circumstance of the second time y'all got physical? Did you feel like it was more about her just kind of using you for some physical fun and then moving on because you were just available?
Yeah, I mean, I can't get inside of her head, but I felt it was pretty awesome. I mean, on the physical side, straight there, I mean, there was no problems. Everything was great. And she seemed to be as into it as I was. Again, another reason why I'm super confused.
All right, let's get him some answers.
That's
She's
what I love
on the
about
line.
this segment. She hears everything. So
I know. She's heard everything I said, too.
I could imagine listening to people talk about my sex life.
Erin, let's hear her story. Good morning, Erin. Thanks for joining the Roula and Ryan show.
Hey. Hi, Eddie. Hi.
Hey, Erin. It's good to hear your voice finally.
Well, Erin, can you shed some light on this situation? Why the ghosting?
Okay, so first of all, Eddie's a great guy. He's mad cool. He's great in bed. But he talks in his sleep. The first time it happened, I was like, okay, maybe he's just having a little dream. But it was still a little disturbing. Like, he was using, some language in there that I don't want to repeat on the radio.
So he wasn't snoring. He was, like talking.
It was angry?
No, yeah. Sounded like he was angry, but he also sounded like he was enjoying it. But it was mostly like rage, just a string of words. I don't know if he had night Tourette's. It was just really weird.
Is there a thing?
Night Tourette's?
I don't know.
Okay, so that was the first time. And so you're saying the first time you mostly ghosted him because of that. And then what made you decide to come back around?
Or did you ghost him because of that, or is it just?
Well, yeah, that happened, and I was a bit put back by it. But he kept trying to contact me, and I didn't want to be mean, so I would still respond. And then one night I was horny.
Preach.
You were feeling it.
I don't know that feeling.
You're like, well, he's waiting for my call. Might as well call him.
All right, so you pulled him off the bench, you brought him into the game, and then what happened?
This time, it felt like it was even worse. In a way, he didn't say my name specifically, but it sounded like a lot of it was directed at me. I don't know. I could have been imagining it. He was using words like, the women don't like, starts with a C.
Uh-oh, okay. That's not good.
So you are dumping me because I had a nightmare and I said some bad things in my sleep?
No, boo-boo, it wasn't just a nightmare. It was something far worse. You had your veins in your neck were bulging when you were saying this stuff. It was like I thought you were going to get physical.
Were you trying to wake him up, though, during this, Aaron? That sounds pretty intense.
I didn't want to touch him. I got out of the bed. I'm watching him from the corner.
Eddie, have you ever heard of this before? Are you diagnosed with this?
Anybody ever tell you that you do this?
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, obviously I would have nightmares. I mean, I'm sure I've talked in my sleep here and there, but I mean, it's a freaking nightmare. Come on, I mean, everybody has these.
Do you use that kind of language in everyday life, though?
No, I mean, this is the first time I've heard of this to this extent, and I'm never. No, I do not.
You need that app, that Sleep Talk app.
Oh yeah, Sleep Talk is a free app you can download. We talk about it all the time. It's kind of hilarious.
I think you got to pay for it, like $2 or something.
Oh, maybe, but it's worth it because Eddie, it picks up anything that happens in the room. So you're not listening to like 6 hours of silence and maybe a noise. It gathers any audio it hears.
It might be shocking,
it just gives
dude,
you one file
to hear that.
Yeah.
And maybe go to a sleep study or something.
So there's no chance here, Aaron, that you would like to try a third time with Eddie. You just wanted to come on and tell us why.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I didn't even sleep in my own bed. Like, he didn't even notice. I slept on the couch, and I was getting out of the bathroom when he woke up. He never saw me in the bed.
Why didn't you just tell him?
Because,
exactly.
we just met. I wasn't that invested in our relationship like
Plus,
that.
Then you talk to him, then he's like trying to talk you into getting more dates.
Yeah.
And then,
I don't like him enough.
let's do a sleep study together. Screw that.
If you were more into him, you'd be like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this crazy thing happened last night. But you're just kind of like, I could take him or leave
Too bad
him.
you couldn't have that happen like 6 months down the road.
Yeah.
Which is already locked in.
That's too late.
It's too late. You're stuck with
All
him.
right, well, I guess there's your answer, Eddie. You are a rage profanity
Sleeper.
sleep talker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do what 90% of the world does. I have nightmares.
But it sounds like it's a little bit worse.
Yeah, you got issues with women, it sounds like. You have women issues. That's what it sounded
I suppose
like.
you have these issues, especially after having fun.
Yeah.
Think of what might happen when he's not had the
That's
fun.
what I'm saying. What's
What's happening in his sleep when he's not had the fun?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, she's going to do what she's going to do, I guess.
But Eddie, you got your answer, so maybe do what the guys are saying. Use a Sleep Talk app. Look into it.
All right, well, I'll check it out. Thanks, you guys.
Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Wow.
I mean, you can't really be held responsible for things that happen in your sleep. I've been told that I am a violent sleeper. Like I thrash and flail my arms around.
I wouldn't use the word violent.
Well, I mean, like I have a lot of.
Violent sleeper means you hurt somebody or you hold a knife to their neck.
No, but I mean,
That's like setting yourself up if something never happened.
There was one time where my daughter came into the room and woke me up in the middle of the night. Daddy, are you all right? Because she could hear banging and like I was hitting the bedboard, like the headboard, and I was having some horrible nightmare. I get the night terrors sometimes myself, but I've never used like bad language about somebody. That's just weird. When you think though that like you would wake the person up though, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you want to
Sometimes
like?
you can't. I think people who've actually suffered with this.
People on Ambien.
Well,
you
yeah.
just can't be woken up.
Have you
People
ever
are-
been told by your mates that you're? Oh man, you had a rough night last night.
No, just the snoring situation.
Maybe snoring or
Especially
something.
if I'm congested.
Do we have the audio from when we all ran the sleep app?
We don't have it.
We got to get
There's
that app
a Sleep
again.
Talk app. It's called Sleep Talk. And when we bought it, I think it was like $1.99, maybe 99 cents. I don't know how much it is now. Maybe it's free. Who knows? But the way it works is you turn it on and it waits 15 minutes to give you time to fall asleep. And it records every noise in the room over the time that you were
But
asleep.
it only activates when it hears a noise.
Right. So you're not going to have like an 8-hour audio file. You just have the noises. So whether it's you snoring or somebody in the room with you snoring or there's
If
a
you
pet
do
in the
get this,
room.
Roula, there's a section where they have like the top 100 people share their stuff. So there's
really?
Remember, I think I
crazy
played
is
it
that
during a
sounding
raw feed
snores?
because you hear people saying weird things and
that's
a lot
crazy.
of farts.
A lot of farts in the sleep.
Somebody said on text that they sleep talk, but it's all nonsense, not obscenities.
Like gibberish.
Against anybody. It's just nonsense. Another person said, I would think this is a sign of how he could potentially end up treating this girl in real life. I would probably stop talking to him also.
Have you ever
says
met
Elaine.
anybody that works at those sleep studies that they have to stay up all night and just watch you, or are they just in another room and
That's
they read a
their job.
newspaper, scrolling on their
Or just the
phone, and then
cameras
they
on
see
you.
the data?
Well, they're under observation, so I'd assume that they'd have to be up all night. Well, who's this?
This is Roula.
Sounds like a train.
Like a steam train.
There's Ryan. Night terrors. There it is.
I would swear that was the cat, but
That's you.
No, that's you. There's Eric's.
All right.
Wow.
That is something.
Oh, that's that bourbon snore.
Oh, yeah, that was
The bourbon snore.
Oh.
Hey,
I used to always...
Kevin, you sounded like
No,
you're
don't play
choking to
mine.
death.
No,
Oh,
don't
you
play
got to play
mine.
Kevin's.
We have it?
Wait.
Oh my god.
That's sleep apnea sleep.
Wait. Oh.
You might not wake up from that. You got to be careful.
Booster has to roll me over left or right because I'm
over.
dying in my sleep. I probably do need to get that sleep test.
I wonder if your
Did you have
breathing
that,
ever
that
stops.
surgery where they vacuum out your nasal
sinuses?
packages and your nasal area and all that so that you don't have a snoring problem?
It's not through your mouth, right? Though it's still...
That didn't really change
the
a lot.
Okay.
Because my palate in the back of my throat, it's still, fatty, thick. I got a fatty throat.
You have a fat epiglottis.
I got a fat throat.
Somebody on text said, from experience, you do not wake someone up with a night terror.
You don't?
You can't wake them up through a night terror. So you're not having night terrors if you're being woken up, Ryan.
Were we talking to somebody that they have different bedrooms? They
Oh,
sleep
yeah.
A lot
together?
of people do that.
There's a lot of
when
people
you're
who sleep
couple
in
for a
separate
long
bedrooms.
time.
I know some of because they sleep
And you
they
need your
snore.
sleep.
There was a story just
My dad.
yesterday on the news. In the afternoon, the last 2 days, I've had the
Yeah, it
TV
was my
on and
friend
I'm
this
actually
weekend,
hearing the stories. And they're saying that for your overall better health, you need XYZ amount of sleep, this, and that. And you should sleep in separate bedrooms if you have a mate that is so interrupts your good sleep pattern because it overall makes your relationship better because then you're not cranky.
Yeah,
and you're not sleep
when you're
deprived.
tired.
Sure.
And then some people, of course, have the argument, well, if you're sleeping in separate bedrooms, then
But you have to
all bets are
schedule.
off.
You have to schedule your,
Romantic time.
romantic time.
Schedule?
Or you just feel like, hey, I'm going to sleep in our
No,
bed
I mean, you
tonight.
could be romantic and then
Yeah.
afterwards, cuddle a little bit and then, hey, I'm going to go in the other room so you can get some sleep.
Somebody said, oh my God, y'all just made
But
my
they
day.
know if you're
I
in
have
the
the
bed.
flu. And it still made me laugh.
Like if that's your room and you're all of a sudden laying in my bed, I'm like, oh, I know what you want.
Well, they just want
Like
to
you're
close to you.
complaining, Eric.
You're
Why are
complaining?
you side-eyeing
Not me.
that?
I'm saying from the woman's point.
Oh, you're just saying.
Still, it's your
well,
mate.
he's laying next to me. It's definitely not to sleep, so okay.
It's too planned.
Somebody said on text, if you would like to solve the snoring, in this person's case, the husband had the little thing that hangs in the back of your throat. The
Your
uvula?
epiglottis.
No,
Or
the
is,
uvula.
no, wait, is that the uvula?
It's the uvula. He had his uvula removed
oh.
and deviated septum surgery, and it helped tremendously with the
What does that
snoring.
thing do?
So that little punching bag looking thing in the back of your throat.
But a deviated septum, that's in your nose. That's when your
Yeah.
nose makes an S with the cartilage inside of your face.
And it's broken and
And they redid mine, and I think that definitely helped because it clears up your nasal passage. But now what I've been doing is I'm going to have to get a couple treatments of this where it's a palate reduction radial waves. And they put
Why are you
it
gonna
in
try
the
that?
back of your throat. I did it once, and it
Kevin's
helped
gonna
a
open
little
his
bit.
mouth and all of a sudden KRBE's playing.
Yeah, and they put this device in your throat, and it kind of cooks down your throat fat.
Really?
Yes, and then it helps
God.
open up the
Dr.
passage.
Beeger, let's get some lipo in there.
No, but he's getting throat lipo.
Suck some of that throat
What
fat.
about that thing you see on? I've seen like random commercials for something that says, "Oh, you can stop the snoring with some like egg device in the room." It's not even in your person or on your body. It's like some device in the room. They're
There's so many
like,
devices. to
stop
do.
the snoring.
I
I'm like,
know.
whatever.
I don't think
people
so.
are asking, what's that app y'all talked about? It's called Sleep Talk. Sleep Talk. Download it.
It's
Use
like
it
a
tonight.
buck, $2 maybe.
Yeah, see what the noise in your
You'd
bedroom
be
is.
shocked to find out the noises you make in your sleep.
And then call us on Believe It or Not Friday and tell us what the ghosts in your bedroom.
Or how to catch a cheater
Oh, yeah.
when you can
Here's
hear
something.
them
Oh,
cheating on you when
that's
you
true.
went to the bathroom and you have that on.
You can get a house now that has 2 primary bedrooms. So you don't have to worry about the noises. That's for sure. KRBE.com. If you're looking for some closure, Eric will help you out with that. All right. Biggest game on the planet's being played on Sunday in Las Vegas. And what's so interesting to me is when teams make it to the Holy Land, the championship, then all their salaries come pouring out because quarterbacks, you think, that's the star of the show right there.
Oh, yeah, because they got the ball all the time.
One of the quarterbacks
Patrick
on
Mahomes.
the field on Sunday makes less money than half the people who are watching the Super Bowl.
Really?
That's a big number.
No, it's not Patrick
We'll
Mahomes.
talk about you next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Time for your your daily scoop. Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRBE.
I want to remind you guys that the KRBE Secret Sound has not been guessed yet, and we are in the window between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. to give you your 5 chances to be caller 104. Somebody made a point on text to say, I think I know what it is, but give me the exact phone number I got to call because I want to make sure I'm calling the right number. Here's our phone number, not to call right now, but when you hear the Secret Sound, if you want to be caller 104, the number is 713-390-KRBE. That's 5723 on your phone. And that is what you need to do to guess the Secret Sound. That's the first hurdle, be caller 104. Second hurdle is being correct. So far, there have been a lot of people incorrect. And the jackpot is now $1,768.
Nice. Wow.
If the next person doesn't get it, it'll go up to $1,872. And guys, this is the biggest jackpot so far for this sound. What is this thing? Let's hear it. Again, not a deck of cards. Not Eric blowing out his birthday candles.
That's a weird one.
Not a lighter when you flick it, or a can opening, highlighter marking paper, cell phone, Velcro, smacking teeth, typewriter, striking a match, ripping tape, squeezing out shaving cream, a trick hand buzzer, ripping a Band-Aid off, fingernail file, or a children's wind-up toy.
Don't answer any of those.
Okay. So this weekend, Super Bowl 58 is happening in Vegas. I talked to our friend Mercedes in Vegas, who was radio there yesterday. Well, I was texting back and forth with her, and I said, when Super Bowl 51 happened in Houston, it was the most exhausting social week of my life because it started the Sunday before. It didn't finish till the Monday after. I said, how's it going for you guys? She goes, same. It's only Tuesday. I can't.
She's very tired.
So tired. Because there's a lot of stuff. You know, remember we had Radio Row. So we were in the middle of the world media. We were broadcasting live from Radio Row. So that was a whole experience in itself. And our show didn't end. I mean, it ended on the air, but our day didn't end till like 4 p.m.
That's fun.
Because you're always there with all the people coming by. Anyway, so it's a huge thing. And last hour, I talked about how Uber Eats is doing this giant, DoorDash. Oops. Sorry. DoorDash is doing a giant contest that for every single item advertised during the Super Bowl, they are giving one lucky person a chance to win it all. To win every item that you see on your television, including a BMW i5 M60 electric vehicle, a Kia electric SUV, an as-yet-to-be-announced Volkswagen, a saddle from the Clydesdale horses, 60 bottles of Mountain Dew Baja Blast, 208 packages of peanut butter M&Ms.
Damn it, they give the beer.
What?
Yeah.
I don't want the saddle.
Maybe it's a
booze.
liability if they gave out the alcohol. What if that person develops alcoholism?
An 18-wheeler full of Budweiser.
Or if they get drunk on that free alcohol and they get in an
So
accident.
they'll just give you certificates.
Just give you, like free 6-pack
Go
for
buy beer.
every week. 1,000 Popeyes wings, 80 drumstick ice cream cones, a 30-pound bucket of mayonnaise makes me gag just thinking about it.
Yeah,
A FanDuel Kick of Destiny helmet. All these things are up for grabs from DoorDash. And the website to enter the contest is DoorDash-all-the-ads.com. So DoorDash all the ads with dashes between the words. That's where you're going to go. One person is going to win all the items advertised during the Super Bowl.
If you want all that stuff, is there any of that you'd keep? Or you just sell it all off?
It just depends.
I'd take one of the cars.
Yeah.
And BMW sounds good.
Sell the other two, and then you could have that money.
That's exactly right. So the players on the field, you know, they have a variety of salaries. You know, Patrick Mahomes, his annual salary is $52.65 million. So nobody's really making more than him. Not many making more than him.
And he can't get his dad a car service?
I know. His dad has been arrested for DUI like the third or fourth time now. Is that insane?
He got arrested this weekend.
Again?
Yeah, and Tyler.
Third time.
Well, that should be 3 strikes. You should do jail time. If you've got 3 DWIs, I'm sorry.
It's like, come on, get him the car service, something. Give him some help.
So Brock Purdy is the other quarterback. He's the 49ers quarterback, and he's making a salary of $850,000 this season. He is on his rookie contract still, and a lot of people who watch the Super Bowl or fly in with their private jets into the Super Bowl or are in Vegas gambling for the Super Bowl make more than him.
Jeez.
Think of how many millionaires are watching the Super Bowl.
Does he live at home?
They all make more than him, and he's the quarterback.
He lives with his parents?
Or lives with his... Does he live with his mom? One of them does. One of the players in this Super Bowl is doing
That's
it.
still a lot of money. Most people don't make $850,000.
Ryan, the quarterback of the Super Bowl. Come on.
Yeah, the NFL,
we all expect him to make more than that.
You're getting attacked. You're getting hit every game. But these guys could be your last game ever.
And to put it in perspective, there are 20 starting QBs who made Brock's salary before the first game of the season was even over this year. And 19 of them are not in the Super Bowl. I can't say the word Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying, Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
So you can't get in trouble if you ever give a contest.
Super Bowl.
You have to actually say the P, like Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Will he
Super
be able
Bowl.
to renegotiate after this season?
I don't know when his contract's up. But Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens made Brock's entire salary just 11 minutes into game one this season because he has an $80 million salary.
Oh, my God.
Is that crazy?
It took Patrick Mahomes 16 minutes to make Brock's salary.
It's like Tom Brady. Remember, he made good money, but he could have made a lot more. But he said, I want good players around me. I want to be in Super Bowls.
Right.
Plus, it
See,
also
that's
helped
the
his
thing
wife
about
had
being
a
a
lot of money,
sports guy.
too.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but here's the thing,
They're
Eric.
different
You make a good
priorities.
point. As you know, Jose Altuve just signed a huge contract. Thank God, 5 years,
5-year
$125
deal till
million.
2029.
But there are a lot of players who have left to get the $200 and $300 million contracts. And what did they give up instead? They gave up the chance to go back to the World Series. They went to teams that had starter rosters, and it's like build them teams.
What would you guys do?
Or maybe never.
Go with the $300 million or $120 million, but you get a
You got 5 World Series
ring.
experience.
I don't care about the ring. That's ego. I want the money.
Yeah, I'll take $300 million.
Yep.
I don't.
At some point, as a
But their
player,
ego, they
in
wanna
the
be
beginning,
like-
they want
wanna
the
be
money,
raised.
but then the money is like, okay, the money's here, but I'm not winning. Look at Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley never got an NBA championship ring, and it still got him. He still talks about
And he was
he
also-
gets ribbed about it from the other guys who have them.
And he was at a time when they didn't
you
pay
need
like
hardware.
they do now.
Right. So there are a lot of people like look at
But James Harden's that way.
Andre Johnson from the Texans.
Look what it got him.
Totally deserved. JJ Watt totally deserved to be Super Bowl ring wearers. Don't have him. Don't you think Andre Johnson at some point could have been like,
he played with a crappy quarterback. If he had a real
yeah,
quarterback.
like and he didn't even get a giant contract like some of these things.
At
But you
the
know what I
end
mean?
of
Like
the
at
day-
some point you're playing for a long time enough. You're like, okay, you know what? I got the contracts. Can I get some?
I want that money to
good
take care of
team
my
around
family.
me?
Yes, exactly. At the end of the day, your ego is not going to feed your family.
I don't think it's ego, Ryan. I think it's
I think it is.
competition. I think it's about knowing like what you're worth and all that. Like
Brock Purdy does live with a roommate, by the way.
he has a roommate. How funny is that? Oh, is
He
your
doesn't
roommate
need
here?
to.
No, he's
making
playing football.
$850,000.
Oh,
Most of us
where?
will never make that
Ryan,
in our lives.
Look where he lives.
Yeah. And he also has
San
to pay
Francisco.
for like
Oh,
a
it's expensive
manager
there.
and agent. And
Wait a second.
Here we go.
We got to do some math here.
Roula and Ryan Show
Can't
on
do it that fast.
KRBE to tell you what's going down in
No,
H-Town.
Eric, I got a
So
sidebar.
if he's in San Francisco, to put that in perspective, he'd be making half. I mean,
Yes.
like the cost of living there
in
is
San Francisco?
It's double what it is here in Houston.
That's like nothing,
That's
man.
why he has to have a
that's
roommate.
why he has a roommate.
This guy's got to get
San
his
Francisco's-
contract renegotiated.
It's expensive.
It used to be nice. Now it's a dump.
Well,
I have friends that live near there.
maybe
that-
certain parts are, but
They're like, it's changed the
You know,
last 10
the city
years.
of San Francisco.
Yeah.
okay. So
Wow.
Sucks.
the HISD principal turnover is really huge, y'all. It has disrupted at least 59 schools since Mike Miles was appointed by the Texas Education Agency back in June. That means 1 in 5 HISD campuses saw a principal change in just 7 months. One principal said, and by the way, this whole article was on cron.com. It's a really long article. One principal said, quote, I was trying to follow the rules to the best of my ability, but at the same time, during all my training, to be an educational leader, I was always told that you make decisions with your students' best interest in mind. Apparently not under Mike Miles. And data examined by the Houston Chronicle showed that there were a total of 69,141 incidents of motor vehicle theft between 2019 and 2023 in Houston. So the number keeps increasing each year. 2023 has got the highest increase, 16% increase in vehicles being stolen from last year. So the thieves are just getting worse and worse.
So have more people, too. So we got more vehicles, more people stealing. Sucks.
All right, that's what's going down in H-Town. How about some fun, some competition?
Mardi Gras is happening this weekend. The KRBE crew, we've got our floats going through the 2:30 p.m. parade in
We'll all be there.
Galveston.
Come hang out with
We want to give you a chance to go to Mardi Gras Galveston for free, and that is what you win if you choose the correct Roula and Ryan Show member to win the Rapid Fire Quiz, y'all!
Yeah.
713-390-KRBE. 5 contestants standing by on the line for one of us to win for them Mardi Gras Galveston tickets next on the Roula and Ryan Show.